Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a hardcore Super Eagles fan like myself, I know you're gutted. I'm gutted too. But somehow, I did expect this to happen because with experience watching the Nigerian team, this is always expected. We don't have we don't have that level of discipline when we are too successful. We don't. And there was a reason why I would have wished us to lose the last group game because it would have been an early kick on the backside and a little pinch back to reality. But that did not happen. And I feared the worst. That's why I kept insisting that the tournament actually starts for the Super Eagles after the round of 16. Because whatever you do in the group stage, if you're knocked out, it's over. And in the case of the Super Eagles, that's what happened. I don't want to say much about the game because my brothers Onoche, Zaza, and Dada, if you watch the previous video, they did dissect and they put up a brilliant analysis about the game. I would just say this, the Super Eagles went to the tournament with one plan. Plan A, strength through the wings, fullbacks, wingers, and our wings were clipped. We never had a plan B. Substitutions too were suspect. What can you say? What can you do? We lick our wounds and regroup and return to this Cup of Nations next year, 2023 in the Ivory Coast. So the Super Eagles would have to dust themselves, regroup, 200 million and plus Nigerians in the diaspora, we should be able to produce 23 players to win the Cup of Nations. But that's for another day, another time, And we should learn to do things right, be a little proper. You can't fire a coach 2 weeks before the tournament. I think Eguavon personally overachieved to even set up a system in 2 weeks. I think that was remarkable. The boys did good. It's just you can't reap what you do. You never sow, There have been teams who have prepared all of this while, and they've been very organized. They've kept their coaches. There is a reason why they're in this stage, All of the teams that are in the quarterfinal deserve it. They've worked hard for it. And congratulations to all of them. And we move. Again, thank you, Cameroon, for putting up one of the best Cup of African nations in history. This is a remarkable achievement. It's a sound tournament. It's exciting, for the neutrals. It was exciting for Nigerian fans until we were knocked out. I think it's still exciting. I love the Cup of Nations. I'll still watch it. So this is going to be the review for the quarterfinals. So again, Saturday and Sunday are the quarterfinals. 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. On Saturday the 29th, 16 hours GMT, it's Cameroon versus the Gambia. I picked the Gambia to be the dark horses in this tournament, and I wouldn't be surprised if they knock out Cameroon. Again, Cameroon is one of the strongest teams, the host. And that's always a strong advantage. You can overrule that. It's a strong advantage, and they're riding on that wave well. So the football history says Cameroon, but don't blink on the Gambia. I think the Gambia they might pull off something remarkable this year. I picked Gambia. I'm leaning Gambia, but I think by football history, Cameroon nicks this one. But I think I'm voting for Gambia. 19 hours GMT, Burkina Faso, Tunisia. Carthage Eagles versus the Stallions of Burkina Faso. It's going to be an interesting game. West Africa versus the North. The Tunisians are very technical. They're technically very sound team. Burkina Faso, this is not the team that had Kone and Ethiopia and Banse. This is a different team. But then again, they're very unpredictable. If Burkina Faso play the typical West African style football, power, pace, and directness, they could beat the Tunisians. But if they don't hit their stride, the Tunisians win. I'm leaning towards the Tunisians because they're very resolute. Sunday the 30th, 15 hours GMT, Egypt versus Morocco. The Battle of the North, the Pharaohs versus Atlas Lions. It should be an interesting game. Morocco have, in my opinion, they have the stronger team, but the Egyptians they're very resolute too. I'm leaning Morocco on this one. Watch out for Hakimi's right foot. Unbelievable. 19 hours GMT, the last quarterfinal game, Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea. Sadio Mane versus Ivan Salvador. It's going to be a great game. But I think Senegal, you know what? I'm leaning Equatorial Guinea on this one. Senegal haven't really hit their stride, and I think there would be a shocker that I think Equatorial Guinea takes this. It would be slim, but Equatorial Guinea takes it. So that's the roundup for the quarterfinals. So let's just strap our seat belts and just get entertained. Cup of Nations has been brilliant and will continue to be brilliant until the end. We are excited, so it's a brilliant weekend to look forward to. Football is going to serve us well once again. So fans, enjoy the Cup of Nations. I'm out.